Hello number ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking.
Hello.
Here with Salvo from Better Call Saul channel. I always forget your name, the name of your channel. Link in the description, of course. And here we are for Historical Street Vlogger. And guess what shop there is behind me? You've got behind me Ferrari.
Yeah, Ferrari.
Show them
the Italian shop. You
Yeah.
can see it here.
Show them a little bit. Ducati, Ferrari.
Yeah, here you'll be able to find all the type of gadgets, and they're very expensive as well.
Very. Check this out. Alright, let's find a nice place where we can talk.
Okay.
Okay, so Sal, today's topic, stances and guard positions, ready positions from real martial arts, both historical European martial arts and Japanese Kenjutsu in video games. Now, if you remember a few years ago, when I'm talking about the times when we used to play PlayStation 1.
Oh yeah,
back
long
in the day.
time ago.
Long time ago when we both, I think we were in secondary school, yeah. Now, back in the day, this idea of changing stances while you fight with your sword was found in one game, and it was Bushido Blade.
Yeah, I remember that game.
We played a lot. We still play it.
That was fun.
We still play it now. That was fantastic. I really liked it. I at the time I didn't know anything about actual stances and everything, but it was a cool mechanic. It was fun. It gave me the idea of customizing a bit more the way I fight, the way you hold the weapon.
Right.
It was cool, and also the idea of one hit, one kill.
That was great.
That was great.
That was very real.
It was very real.
Yeah.
It gave the idea of, you need to be careful. You can't just smash buttons, because if you mess up and he hits you once,
you're gonna die.
You're gonna die. So I thought I thought that was good. Sometimes maybe it's a bit over exaggerated, the idea of one hit, one kill, because sometimes if you're in the midst of combat, and even if you get cut in a way that you will die, you don't immediately die. You can still, you're still a danger for your opponent, and so in a real fight, it's not like it's 100% realistic, but it's definitely more realistic than, for example, these games when you hit them repeatedly many times with a great sword in the head, and he still stands, kicks you, and you die because of the energy gauge. So it's definitely a much better system at simulating combat than systems which utilize an energy gauge. Now, this was a thing back in the day, but then it never really became a thing, if you know what I mean. Like all these other games which showed fantasy combat and the idea of doesn't matter the stance, it's just a matter of huge swords, and even Final Fantasy back in the day. Yeah. And it just, even like Soul Edge, if you remember.
No.
Soul Edge is another one of these, like Soul Blade here in Europe.
The name rings the bell though.
Again, like in one of these games similar to Street Fighter, but with swords. You've got the knight, you've got the ninja, you've got the samurai, but then you've got an energy gauge, and you just hit each other multiple times until the energy gauge is over. So this is the sort of game that actually became popular. But lately, things changed back.
Things changed.
And this is interesting. Now, if you look at games like in For Honor, you've got switching stances, both from Hima when you use the knights, and from Kenjutsu if you use the samurai.
Right.
And I thought that was cool. You remember the game we played yesterday, Nioh?
Oh yeah, that's a cool game.
It's a cool game.
It's a cool game.
It's a good game. I will make a full review, and where you see me play the game, and I'll talk about it.
And I'm gonna watch the full review because it's gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna be fun.
We played together a little bit last night.
Yeah, a couple of hours.
And it was amazing.
How many times did we die? Like in the very first fight, and I was trying to go with the commands from Dark Souls. So I was trying to attack with R1 button, but in that game you attack with square and triangle. So I was not attacking.
Yeah,
it's funny.
And I was doing the opposite, like as I was playing like Dark Souls.
Yeah, because we played Dark Souls as well a little bit.
Yeah.
And but what I was saying is that these games, they feature again this idea of a combat system which is, yes, still somewhat fantasy, but it's much more rooted into historical combat, and you can switch stances. And this is, I think, the most important and interesting and intriguing part
that's really cool.
of new gaming, this new wave of games. And again, For Honor does it, this one does it, so Nioh. Dark Souls doesn't do it, and that's a shame, I think. In fact, we'll talk about this a little bit. Let me change my hand, otherwise it hurts. But so what I was going to say? Oh yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's another game you haven't played. It's a game I have I think it's in beta now. It's again a game. It's in like in medieval Europe, and you can switch stances. You can fight with your knight and everything. So that's again another thing that I really appreciate about these games. The possibility of switching stances and fighting it. This one is actually even more historically accurate because it takes into consideration the armor you wear. Like if you hit in some areas where there is armor, it's not going to do anything. It's really cool. So yeah, it's a whole wave of games which favors historically accurate combat. The question is why? Like, has the market changed? Do you think that people now enjoy?
Maybe nowadays people are more aware of history. They research more. They have more access to information.
True. Yeah.
Through the internet. And I don't know.
Maybe it has to. You know what I think? It has to do with us historical YouTubers. Maybe not me, but YouTubers like Scalagrim, Lindy Beige, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit me as well. let me be a little bit righteously proud, if that even exists in English. But yeah, mostly, Scalagrim, they talk a lot about this. And I think that game developers have taken that into consideration.
Which is a great thing.
Yeah.
It's, after all, it's your job.
Yeah.
So it's great that they're respecting you, Yeah. You do a great job. You do a really great job with this historical accurate.
Yeah, but it's good. And again, I mean, I'm not a HEMA expert like Matt Easton from Scholar Gladiatoria. He is a HEMA expert, but it's cool that they are starting to feature more realistic swordplay in video games. It's something I've been looking forward to it, and if you look in my channel, there is a video made a long time ago. I had short hair. I think that should tell you something like how long ago it was. And I made this video where I actually talk about this. It's like, why can't we have switching of stances? And it happened.
Yeah, and
it happened.
The thing you are saying now really links to your last video about video games.
Yeah.
That's so cool that you can learn through video
gaming
games. Gaming teaches you languages, teaches you so many things, and so it kind of links a little bit to that.
It can, because if someone enjoys this idea of more historically accurate combat, they might be interested into HEMA, Kenjutsu, and that sort of thing, because you learn from it, you learn about it in games that you like.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, that's cool, I want to know more about it. And then perhaps you go to a gym, or you go to a dojo or HEMA club, and you start learning something, and perhaps it becomes something you really like, and you keep on learning it for over 10 years. Perhaps it changes your life in a way.
Yeah, and so when you play, you're having fun and you're learning. So you're having fun and you're learning at the same time, which is perfect.
The best. Now, talking about on the second topic, so again, changing of stances, switching stances, fantastic. I think it's my favorite thing, and this is why out of the two, Dark Souls 3 and Nioh, which we played together yesterday, although Dark Souls is an amazing series and this game really shines, but for some reasons the fact that there are no switching of stances, it's strange, because everyone is going for that now, and I think they should have too. And this is why I think, as far as the combat is concerned, I enjoy Nioh more.
Oh yeah, it's a great game, and I think we should play more in order to understand more about this game. But it is really cool. It is really cool. I really like the way how they made the armors look.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. So that's what I wanted to talk about.
Fantastic.
Secondly, now normally in fantasy games, particularly European armors, they look nothing like the originals. And that's maybe a little bit, but it's really different. Even the weapons, they are absurd, like too big and too clumsy and too huge, and they wouldn't even work. But now things are changing a little bit again, because for some reason, like with the Japanese katana and Japanese samurai armor, never seem to be a problem. When you see a samurai in a game, he just looks like a freaking samurai. It's like they are historically accurate. Yeah, it's good. Like even the Way of the Samurai series, one of my favorite series ever, they just, the armors are perfect. It could be like a historical film that you're
Yeah.
watching, and it's perfect.
Well, don't you think that for yourself, being an expert, so being somebody who knows a lot
How about
about...
you hold it a bit?
Yeah. So I was saying, since you're like an expert when it comes to Japanese language and
Okay, yeah.
culture, do you think that they make, the armors look more historically accurate
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
they're like somewhat proud? I mean, I'm talking about the Japanese people.
I
So
see.
they're somewhat proud of their country, and so they make
Could
it
be.
look like accurate, like the way as it is. Yeah.
It could be. It could be. I don't know why. But Western European armors and weapons, they never really look like what they should. Even in films, if you look at Lord of the Rings, and I know it's a fantasy setting, but so are many of these Japanese ones. But the Japanese warriors always look much more historically accurate than the Europeans, for some reasons. Maybe because the Japanese are proud of their things. I don't know. Maybe because they think that. Because I heard some subscribers saying, yeah, that's because Japanese weapons and armors already look badass. But so do the European ones, it makes no
that's
sense.
right, that's right.
If you look at like a real historically accurate European knight, looks
Oh
badass,
yeah, it does.
So there is no need. Of course, if you want to change it, I'm happy with the artistic expression of the designers. I think some of these fantasy armors are beautiful, but it just puzzles me. The Japanese, they don't seem to do it. With Dark Souls, however, I'm pretty happy to say that the armor looks quite realistic. The armor, because I play the knight.
You're perfectly right. It looks realistic.
It looks realistic. I think you wanted to try the warrior as a class.
Yeah.
But for me, Dark Souls is the knight, automatic. And it was funny because, again, some of my friends and subscribers are like, what, you play the knight? Don't play the knight. The DPS is whatever, and you can't dodge properly. Use this other class, it's better, it's overpowered. I don't care, I just want to have fun. I want to be a knight, and I want to fight monsters. I don't...
Which is perfect.
It's fine.
It's perfect.
So, in Dark Souls, one of the reasons why I like it is because the weapons and the armors look pretty believable. They are believable, much more than other settings.
Yeah, I really liked, as we were playing, the armor was very shiny.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, and it looks like a Maximilian armor. It's like a 15th century, late 15th century perhaps. Yeah, I think late 15th century set of armor. It's got fluting and beautiful. And so yeah, Dark Souls 3 was a really good game. But overall, I wonder why there is this discrepancy, this difference between the way European arms and weapons and armors are represented in gaming and the way most of the times Japanese stuff is represented in gaming.
There's a big difference, and that's a really interesting thing. Yeah.
I'd like to try and understand that. Why don't they make bulky samurai armors? And I'm sure that someone with the viewers, you will find one example of one samurai armor, maybe in a game like that I don't remember, like a very old game, Onimusha, that was a good one.
Oh.
That was a good one. Good game for PlayStation. We used to love it. There are some really good, like Kessen is another Japanese game. By even the Shogun Total War.
Oh yeah,
all these games
that.
represent the Japanese samurai exactly how they are.
They're perfectly like represented.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Instead, like most European knights, like never mind, and that's where a lot of misconceptions come. Well, they do come from Victorian age. So it's like already the Victorians, when they were representing medieval people, and the knights and everything, they were representing them in wrong ways. They were making fun of them, like they can't move, the knight can't move in armor. It comes from Victorian theatre, but it was amplified by the media, like Hollywood.
It wasn't true, of course.
Absolutely, it's not true. But for some reasons, that sort of went into the gaming and the movie industry, but now it's changing, and I'm really happy about that. Like, I'm happy that I could witness this in my lifetime, and I'm excited for the new generation
that's really
of games.
Exciting. That's really
because I think everyone now is going to feature, like, the changing of switching of guards and everything, and that makes it much better. We had a lot of fun with another YouTuber. We played with Night Squire, and we had a match in For Honor. If you haven't watched it, you should check it out. It's on his channel. He went live, and he asked me to join. I joined, and we fought. I fought both him and his wife. I think it's his wife. And we had some good duels. I used the Kensei, obviously, the samurai, and he went for the knight, and we had some good duels. And it was cool because we were switching stances, getting ready to fight. Like, I'm gonna
That's
kick
really
you.
cool.
I'm gonna kick you. So good generation of game. I'm very happy with it. Okay. Alright then, so I hope you enjoyed this little chat. Let us know what you think about this. Are you happy with the new trend with switching of stances and that sort of more historically accurate fighting and fighting method in games, and also what do you think about this idea of the Japanese represented more realistically, the Japanese samurai rather than the knights? Let us know in the comments below.
Yep.
Alright, and remember, the Metatron has spread his wings. Goodbye.
Bye.